I didn't think you'd add it.
Yeah, so we'll take it there.
Okay, thank you. All right, looks like we're good.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. This is the regular January 13th, 2021 meeting of the Cicero Town Board. For those of you who are here in the room, please note the emergency exits at the side and at the rear. I'd like to announce first who's here. We have Judy Boyke, Wayne Freeman, Tracy Councilman, Gretchen Walter, Elka Johans. Virtually, we have Mike Bacallo, Jonathan Karp, Nancy White, Steve Procopio, Steve Ortuno, Chris Woznicka, Nicole Walsh, Kate Fiorello, Mike Marizio, Teresa Roth, and we also have Tim Coyer and Robert Abbott. So would the clerk please call the roll?
Boyke.
Yes.
Counselor Carr.
Here.
Counselor White.
Here.
Counselor Bacallo.
Here.
Supervisor Meyer.
Here. Wayne, would you take the first item on the agenda, the Pledge of Allegiance? To the flag of the United States of America and
To the republic
for
which stands,
one
nation,
God, indivisible,
indivisible,
with
liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, Nancy, abstracts.
Approval of abstracts. Resolved, the Cicero Town Board approves abstract numbers 54 dated 12/30/20 and abstract number 1 dated 1/5/2021.
Second, Counselor Bacallo.
Further discussion on number 2. Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Boyke.
Yes.
Counselor Carr.
Aye.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Counselor Bacallo.
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes. Item is adopted. Thank you. Nancy, I'm not sure we have any budget mods, but
I believe there are no budget mods this week.
right, so skip over that one. Next item on the agenda, approve tenant agreement with CFCA Highway Unit. Whereas the current collective bargaining agreement, CBA, between the town of Cicero and the CFCA on behalf of the Highway Department workers expires 12/31/2020, and whereas the town of Cicero and the CFCA have engaged in a series of collective bargaining sessions in a good faith effort to negotiate the terms and conditions of a new contract, and whereas the negotiation sessions resulted in a proposed new tentative agreement between the parties effective for 1 year covering the calendar year 2021, and whereas the proposed tentative agreement between the town and highway unit was approved by the CFCA in a vote of the unit members, and whereas a copy of the proposed tentative agreement has been provided to the town board members for review, it is hereby resolved the tentative agreement between the town of Cicero and the CFCA highway unit is hereby approved, and the supervisor is authorized to execute the agreement.
I'll second that.
Boyke, second. Discussion on number 4. Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Boyke.
Yes.
Counselor Carr.
Aye.
White.
Yes.
Counselor Bacallo.
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes. Item is adopted. Thank you. Judy?
Corner Farmstead public hearing. Consider a zone change to R12 on Lakeshore Road, tax map number 87.01-21-2. Whereas the applicant requests a zone change from agricultural district to R12 residential district for the property located at Lakeshore Road, unless it's cut off of my number. Is there a number on there?
That's cut off on ours too.
Tax map number?
It's at no number Lakeshore Road.
No number.
No number.
There's no number.
Okay, thank you. Vacant parcel on south side of Lakeshore Road between Eldon Meadow on the west and Wallington Meadows on the east. Now therefore be it resolved that the Cicero Town Board sets Wednesday, February 10th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. at 8236 Broughton Road for a public hearing to consider a zone change from agricultural to R12 residential for tax map number 807-01-21-2.
Second.
Second, Jonathan. Discussion on number 5.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
We have not had this come down from the planning board yet to recommend this zone change.
They have it on their schedule. I believe they have, maybe they're going to have 2 meetings between now and then. If they don't have an action, then we won't be.
We
During a public
won't
hearing,
pursue the public
we
hearing.
won't- But it depends on what they do. If they have a public hearing and they approve it, we'll go from there. If they don't and they have further considerations, we could have the public hearing and just not act on it at that time.
Extend it. Okay, thank you.
So we have it scheduled with the planning board.
Thank you.
Okay, discussion on number 5. Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Blakey.
Yes.
Counselor Carter.
Yes.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Counselor Baccalo.
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes, item is adopted. Thank you. Mike, number 6.
Highbridge Street Properties LLC, public hearing, consider a zone change from agricultural to RM multifamily zoning. Whereas the owner/applicant requests a zone change from agricultural to RM multifamily for the property located on Miller Circle, Brewerton, New York. Now therefore be it resolved that the Cicero Town Board sets Wednesday, February 10th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. at 8236 Brewerton Road for a public hearing to consider a zone change from agricultural to RM multifamily for tax map number 109.01-05.3.
Second.
Second, Ms. White. Discussion on number 6.
Does the same reason apply that we haven't
same
had this come
situation.
down?
Yeah, that's why they're posted out. You can
Okay.
see it's a few weeks out, not just coming up.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Blakey.
Yes.
Counselor Carter.
Aye.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Counselor Baccalo.
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes, item is adopted. Thank you. Okay, next one is 7. Approve a $3,000 check donation from the Abundant Life Christian Center for the Cicero
No.
Police Department. Whereas on
Supervisor,
December,
number 7.
That's number 7,
I'm sorry.
which I think is Nancy.
Oh, I got ahead of myself. I apologize, Nancy.
That's okay.
Okay, Nancy?
Call for
Nancy's
public
been doing a
hearing.
lot of work on this. I don't want to skip over her on this, so I apologize.
Call for public hearing, amendment of Town Code Section 210-28E. Whereas the town board wishes to clarify and update the provision to the current town code, now therefore be it resolved, the town board wishes to call a public hearing on February 10th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. at 8236 Brewerton Road to consider amendment of Town Code Section 210-28E, expiration of site plan by changing the decision maker from the chairman alone to a majority of the town planning board. The purpose of this proposed amendment is to clarify and legally conform the provision to current New York state law. The effective date of this amendment shall be upon filing with the New York Secretary of State.
I'll second that.
Second. Discussion on number 7. Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Blakey.
Yes.
And Counselor Carter.
Yes.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Counselor Baccalo.
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes. Item is adopted. Thank you. Now, number 8. Approve a $3,000 check donation from the Abundant Life Christian Center for the Cicero Police Department, whereas on December 22nd, Abundant Life Christian Center donated $3,000 towards the purchase of an additional digital radar speed deterrence sign to be deployed by the Cicero Police Department. Resolved that the Cicero Town Board approves the donation of a $3,000 for the Cicero Police Department by Abundant Life Christian Center, budget line B 3120.56.
Second.
Discussion on number 8.
Second.
Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Blakey.
Yes.
Counselor Carter.
Aye.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Counselor Bacallo,
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes, that is adopted. Thank you. I have a item that a lot of people who regularly visit the town board meetings have seen me hold this up a few times before on the New York State Reform and Reinventive Collaborative. I'd like to give you just a very brief update. Onondaga County now has a website that's tracking this important item, and it's policereform.ongov.net/community-forums and other /. So to give you an idea, this is a community input item, and it's not a police report, it's a community report. Let me just give you a few examples of what I'm speaking of. On Thursday, January 7th, a staff member of the New York State Senate at Rachel May's office had a meeting that covered a good share of towns of Camillus, Elbridge, Fabius, and like that. That was a Zoom meeting. There was another meeting on January 12th held by Reverend Alex of Victory Temple Fellowship Church. That was South and West Side. Wednesday the 13th, tonight, they're having another one. Reverend Alex is having it at focusing on the north side of the city of Syracuse. Tomorrow, the 14th, another meeting held by the senator's staff person. That's going to be focusing on the north side of the city of Syracuse, in particular the areas of Cicero, Clay, Lysander, Salina, Van Buren, the villages of Bowensville, Liverpool, and North Syracuse. And I understand that our Chief Fortuno is going to be there available to answer questions. So if any of the folks want to tune in on that YouTube, be sure to pay attention to that. Another one coming up is the 19th of January. That's going to be south and east neighborhoods of the city of Syracuse. And again, another one, January 20th, 2021. And again, Reverend Alex, and that's going to be focused on the towns DeWitt, Manlius, and Pompey. In addition, I've sent out letters to our local faith community and bringing this very important item to their attention so they can participate, and trying to get them to go to the website. And speaking of websites, on the Cicero Police website, you can get to see the happy face of our Chief Fortuno right there in the front and center of the site. And like I said, he's going to be on as far as some of these forums. So again, I highly encourage all the residents to attend or at least look at these very important sessions. So that takes care of number 9. Nancy?
Bill, excuse me. I just wondered, Chief Fortuno, do you have anything to add to that?
I encourage, like the supervisor mentioned, to go to the website and log on. And myself, Chief Becker, and I believe Chief Leffencheck from Baldwinsville will be there to listen and take everybody's input, good, bad, and different. And, the police department, like I've made several comments regarding, we're New York State accredited. We are working with the county and the other chiefs through the Onondaga County Chiefs Association. The subcommittees through the county plan have been completed, and the county response is in draft format. So the county plan is on schedule. And then here in Cicero, our response plan or addendum is just about complete with all the extra steps that the town of Cicero has taken to meet the needs of this reform.
Have we gotten any feedback at all?
I don't see this feedback that comes back on that website, so I don't know what feedback has come back. I've received feedback through our Citizens Advisory Committee that we had formed back in the fall, and we've already addressed some of the recommendations that they made.
Thank you.
I think the chief pointed out a very important thing. As the governor said, there are over 500 police agencies in the state of New York, and the governor has been very emphatic of saying that it's not a one-size-fits-all. Obviously, a situation that would fit the town of Cicero would not necessarily fit the village of Jordan or Onondaga County Sheriffs, and so the the idea that we collaborate is very important. At the same time, we have to note that each municipality has a little different situation. So we're trying to make sure all of that is included. So Nancy, number 10.
Approved Planning Board Legal Services Retainer Agreement with Germain and Germain LLP. Resolved that the Town Board approves the Planning Board Retainer Agreement with Germain and Germain LLP for the period January 1, 2021 through December 31, 2021 at an annual rate of $6,500 per annum to be paid in a monthly installment of $541.66 and to authorize the supervisor to sign the agreement. Budget code B802041.
Second.
Second discussion on the item. Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Boyke,
Yes.
Counselor Carr,
Aye.
Counselor White,
Yes.
Counselor Picallo,
Aye.
Commissioner Meyer.
Yes, item is adopted. Thank you. Nancy?
Approved Planning Board Engineering Service Retainer Agreement with O'Brien and Gear. Resolved that the Town Board approves the Planning Board Engineering Services Retainer Agreement with O'Brien and Gear for the period of January 1, 2021 through December 31, 2021 at an annual rate of $3,500 to be paid in a monthly installment of $291.67 and to authorize the supervisor to sign the agreement. Budget code B802042.
Second, Counselor Bicallo.
Discussion?
I just wanted to make a remark about Mark. He does a unbelievable job, and I think that Steve Procopio can speak to that because I see him on the screen. There is obviously a lot of intense work in the town of Cicero, and Mark's been doing it for a while. And I just wanted to comment that he's done an excellent job.
Okay, clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Boyke,
Yes.
Counselor Carr,
Yes.
Counselor White,
Yes.
Picallo,
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes, item is adopted. Thank you. Number 12, Jonathan?
Authorize tax assessor to require renewal applications for exemptions under certain circumstances. Whereas Part D of the COVID-19 Emergency Eviction and Foreclosure Prevention Act of 2020, Chapter 381 of the laws of 2020, provided for automatic one-year exemption of exemptions to real property tax law, RPTL sections 467 and 459-C to all those who have been granted such exemptions for the year 2020. And whereas said statute also provides that a town may, via local law or resolution, establish procedures by which the assessor may require a renewal application be filed when he or she has reason to believe that qualifications for such exemption may have changed. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town of Cicero tax assessor shall require renewal applications to be filed by individuals who qualified for the above specified exemptions in 2020 when she has reasonable, articulable grounds to believe that said individual's qualifications for such exemptions have changed.
Second, Counselor Bicallo.
Discussion on number 12?
Jonathan.
Yep.
The first time I've ever seen the articulable. Can you expand on that just a little bit?
Well, basically the exemptions are supposed to be automatically exchanged and you're not, or extended, and you're not supposed to require the renewal unless you have reasonable grounds to believe. So I put that in there. So basically, if anyone challenges this, she needs to be able to explain why she did it, not, oh, I thought it might have happened. Basically, just brought the level up a little bit higher to make sure that any challenge to this would survive, in other words. If she requires it, I mean, every year, she told me around 30 people drop off because they've died or moved. And last time I spoke to her, there were about 15 they had already removed because of that.
Of these particular exemptions, then, is this a specific exemptions or not, like seniors or?
Well, it's the exemptions. I mean, if you'd have to look at the RPTL, and I don't have it open right now, sections 467 and 459C. Whatever those are, if someone qualified for them, they're automatically extended to 2021, provided that they're still qualified. But, if she has reason to believe that they may not qualify anymore because, for example, they've moved or died, she can require a renewal. I'm aware, and I can't do anything about it because I'm an attorney and there's confidentiality. I'm aware of people who have had an older relative die and they've just moved into the house and continue to benefit from the exemption for as long as they can without having the property transferred to them. Like that does happen. So that way, if she becomes aware of that, she can say, you're not getting it unless this renewal application is properly completed.
All right, understandable, because I was just going to say, I myself are aware of a couple of those situations too. So I just wondered what it covered. Thank you.
Okay. Yep.
The other part that it addresses is for the low-income seniors. Their income could vary year to year.
Yep.
And so this tries to address that issue as well.
Yep.
Okay, further discussion on number 12. Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Blakey.
Yes.
Counselor Carr.
Aye.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes, item is adopted. Thank you. Okay, I guess it's going to snow, Nancy. So Chris wants to have things ready. So you have 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, approval of snow blower rental. Whereas the highway department rents a track loader snow blower to clean snow off approved sidewalks. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board approve the 6-month rental of a snow blower from Skyworks Equipment Rental, sole provider, in the amount of $12,420. Budget code DB 514245.
Second.
Second, discussion on number 13.
Just a quick question. Is there a list of these sidewalks that we actually snow blow?
Yes, there is, Judy. It's everything that is not in front of private businesses. Like it'll be in front of the park and ride, under the bridges of 81, along Taft Road, the bridge over 81 on Taft Road, in front of the cemetery on Taft Road there, and then up near the park in Brewerton.
Okay, but it doesn't go all the way up to the corner of Taft and South Bay, right?
No, it does not. We do under 41 right there by Burger King, as far as we go.
Okay, where the gas station is and that?
No, Burger King by under 481. On Route
Okay,
11.
right, thank you.
Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Blakey.
Yes.
Counselor Carr.
Yes.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Supervisor
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes, item is adopted. Thank you. Number 14, Nancy.
Approval of diesel fuel purchase. Whereas the town needs to purchase diesel fuel for the town's use. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board approves fuel purchases from Superior Plus Energy Services, Inc., New York State contract number PC 68215 in the amount of $30,000, budget code DB 514243, winter diesel. Are these both coming out of there?
Yeah, it's two different items.
Okay, and then in the amount of $24,000, budget code DB 514040, summer diesel.
A little different mix of the diesel, whether it's, they have different additives for the winter.
I'll second that.
Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Blakey.
Yes.
Counselor Carr.
Aye.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Counselor Bacallo.
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes. Item is adopted. Thank you. Nancy, number 15.
Approval of gasoline purchase. Whereas the town needs to purchase gasoline for the town's use. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board approves the purchase from Superior Plus Energy Services, Inc., New York State contract number PC 66696 in the amount of $19,500, budget code DB 511043.
Second, Counselor Bacallo.
Discussion. Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Blakey.
Yes.
Counselor Carr.
Yes.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes. Item is adopted. Thank you. Nancy.
Approval for purchase of road salt. Whereas the highway department needs to purchase road salt. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board approves the purchase of salt, Onondaga County contract number 00004315 in the amount of $450,000. Budget code DB 514241.
Second, Counselor Bicallo.
Discussion?
Chris,
Yes.
we getting a good price on this since we're not in a big snowstorm going on all the time?
It's county contract, Judy. That's you're gonna
Ah.
get.
Okay, well, you know, doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah. I'm doing the best. I tried to cancel winter, so I'm doing the best I can.
Oh, save the salt. Thank you.
Chris, the skier in me is not very happy, right? But they can make snow. So I'm like, all right. So, but I'm okay with it not snowing here. So we're good. Yeah. Right, Robert? Yeah.
Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Boyke.
Yes.
Counselor Carp.
Aye.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Counselor Bicallo.
Aye.
Supervisor Meyer.
Yes, item is adopted. Thank you. Mike, number 17.
Thank you very much.
Approve amended contract with the Village of North Syracuse and the North Syracuse Volunteer Firemen's Association. Whereas the town of Cicero has a fire protection contract with the Village of North Syracuse and the North Syracuse Village Firemen's Association. And whereas the attached amended contract provides further detailed concerning the funds, district boundaries, and audits. Now therefore be it resolved that the Cicero Town Board approves the attached amended contract with the Village of North Syracuse and the North Syracuse Volunteer Firemen's Association.
I'll second that.
For information, the town clerk and the trustee, I'm sure their proper title, treasurer of the Village of North Syracuse communicated they found a couple of small errors. The village gets a few dollars less, the Firemen's Association gets a few dollars more. And it also puts in that provision, like I said, for the town of Cicero, if need be, and they desire to review the figures and do a mini audit. So just a little clarification.
And excuse me, Supervisor, I just want to add that it also has to include the execution of the supervisor and the town board to execute the agreement, please.
Right.
Thank you.
I was going to get to that. Okay. So discussion on number 17. Clerk will call the roll.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Mr. Supervisor, do I need to change that motion now since the
No.
clerk? Nope.
No.
Okay.
He was adding some information and I was going to address that information, Mike.
Okay.
Thank you. Counselor Boyke.
Yes.
Counselor Carp.
Yes.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Counselor Bicallo.
And sticking with consistency, as I abstained from the votes before for the fire contracts, I will as well on this one.
And Supervisor Meyer.
Yes, item is adopted. This contract is a little different than other ones. That's what the clerk was addressing. In that I need to remind you that all the board members need to sign the agreement, not just the supervisor. So please, at your convenience, stop by the clerk's office so you can sign the agreement as well. Thank you.
So, Mr. Supervisor, I have a question. This is for Robert too. So since I abstained, do I still sign that contract?
My understanding is no, but I'm going to yield to Mr. Jermaine. Yeah, thank you.
He's. Do you want to say something?
Okay.
Thank you.
So that's number 17. Jonathan, did you have an item to?
I do. This one came up late. Whereas the police department currently has a water problem in the basement, which must be addressed. The department obtained 3 quotes from Wet Basement Solutions, Woodford Brothers, and Mid-State Basement Authorities, who all provided the same plan for repair. Mid-State Basement Authorities had the lowest bid quote for $26,036. The quote includes a full perimeter drain system, 3 new sump pumps, and the relocation of 1 sump pump crock to a safer location. This is a budgeted item. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board approves the basement repair project to be completed by Mid-State Basement Authority at a cost of $26,036, budget code B3120465.
I'll second that.
Jonathan, could you please elaborate on, maybe I didn't hear it right. Did you say it was an exterior drain? I thought that was
It's a perimeter drain system. I believe it's a French drain, correct, Judge? Or not, Judge, sorry, Chief?
interior.
Yes.
Perimeter inside or outside?
Yes, that's going to be on the inside. We had a discussion with all 3 vendors, and the best solution was going to be the interior version. We had a very detailed meeting with all 3 vendors along with the town engineer, and this is the best option for the town. And also, what's been brought to our attention from some concerned employees and VIPs about the possibility of mold in the building. So we wanted to address this as soon as possible. And the vendors were very, very professional and very, very detailed in their explanations to the work to be done.
And the reason why we added this so late is they're already scheduling into February. So if we put it off for 2 more weeks to vote on it, we could be looking into March, and we want to resolve it as soon as possible.
Correct.
I think everybody hopes this is the final fix for this. This has been going on for a long time. We tried working with the highway department to come up with a fix. There would be a solution they thought was going to help. Maybe it helped, maybe it didn't, but there's been other creative ways. I think they've tried to resolve this over there, and it hasn't been 100% successful. Hopefully this will do it. So further discussion on this item? Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Blakey.
Yes.
Counselor Carr.
Aye.
Counselor White.
Yes.
Counselor Bigalo.
Aye.
Kaiser. Meyer.
Yes, item is adopted. Thank you. Just want to remind everybody, next meeting is the 27th. Public input, I have no new items. Any comments from the board?
No.
Yes, Supervisor, we had, and Nancy was a part of it. We had a really successful, really good first responders meeting today. And I thank Chief for putting that on. So I just sent an email to everybody just about some of the details of the meeting. So again, Chief, I appreciate it. It was great cooperation from, all the different fire departments as well as NAVAC. Nancy, or Chief, do you have anything to add on that?
No, I don't have anything to add. It was nice to see that everyone seems to be doing well. They all have plenty of supplies. They've dealt with their COVID positive employees, and they're doing well. So it sounds good.
No, it was a good conversation. We're going to have it monthly, and everybody's very, very positive in the public safety world that we're out there when we're doing our day-to-day work. Open lines of communication, and it went very, very well.
Okay, any other items? If there are none, I move to adjourn. I'll call a
Second.
voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Again, the next meeting is January 27th. Thank you very much.